We're very pleased this afternoon to have with us the chair of the Department of English, Dr. Wyman Herendeen, and Dr. Herendeen will now step forward and open our ceremony. Dr. Herendeen?
Welcome all of you here as English Department Chair. It is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to today's Spring 2014 graduation ceremony for the Language and Culture Center. This is a truly festive event for all of us in the department and throughout the Language and Culture Center and for the students and visitors. It is an event that recognizes the accomplishments of the students and the graduation of those who have completed their level 6 work and will be graduating today after putting in an enormous amount of careful work with wonderful colleagues and friends. Next year will be the 40th anniversary of the Language and Culture Center, and you, very pleased then to welcome and congratulate the graduating students and to congratulate also those continuing students who will be with us. And I'm also very, very delighted to welcome your friends and family members and visitors who have been able to join you at the ceremony today. I want to extend a very special welcome to John Roberts, the diplomat in residence here at the University of Houston, who will be our distinguished speaker today. Thank you for taking time to hear this schedule to be part of today's day. Thank you. In addition, I would like to recognize and welcome to the University and the Language and Culture ceremony Dr. Jenny Ortiz, who is the Vice Provost of Global Strategies and Studies relatively new to the university, and I wish you every success with your work for international programs, and thank you for joining us here at the ceremony today. Thank you. And lastly, it is a great pleasure for me and an honor for me to welcome back to the Language and Culture Center Dr. Joe Davidson, who, as Director of the Language and Culture Center for 23 years, did so much to make this the Tier 1 intensive English language program in the nation. And a long career dedicated to building the excellence of this program, and it is a delight to have you with us today. The department takes enormous pride in the excellence of the Language and Culture Center and the graduates who come from this program. I want to congratulate you again and welcome you all to what is always a wonderful celebratory event. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Students, teachers, family,
distinguished guests, and friends. I join Dr. Herendeen in welcoming you to the Spring 2014 graduation ceremony of the Language and Culture Center. We are here today to celebrate the achievement of students who have left the comfort and familiarity of home and family and traveled from many countries on our planet to gather here, deep in the heart of Texas, to study and learn together. We say to you, all of our students, in all of our levels today, we have loved having you here. What you have done at this university this spring is important and it is extraordinary. We thank you for choosing the University of Houston and the Language and Culture Center. We thank you for studying with us, and we never forget that it is a privilege to know you and to teach you. We're happy to have with us today many honored guests, a great response, and you represent various offices and programs of the university. And while time will not allow us to recognize each of you individually, the students, the teachers, and I thank you for being with us here today. Our student speaker this afternoon represents the senior class in the Language and Culture Center, the brilliant and beautiful graduating students of Level 6. Dorothy Sato is from Brazil, and in addition to her excellent Level 6 English, she speaks Portuguese, her native language. Dorothy was born in the Amazon area of Brazil, but grew up in Rio de Janeiro. She holds a degree in psychology from Celso Lisboa University in Rio, and an MBA in human resources management from another university in Rio. She entered the LCC Intensive English program in the fall term of 2013 and has studied in levels 5 and 6. After completing her study of English this term, she will pursue another graduate degree at the University of Houston, the Sugar Land campus, the Executive Master's Program in Human Resources Development. She is an excellent example of the kind of student we are privileged to have in our program. I am pleased to present our graduation speaker this afternoon, Dorothy Sato.
Good afternoon, Director George Fish, Mr. John Roberts, administrators, teachers, the staff of LCC, the students of LCC, and my fellow graduates of Level 6. Congratulations! Today is your day. You are off to great places. You are off and away. It's such an honor for me to be here representing my colleagues and sharing with you some feelings. I have just mentioned a passage from Dr. Seuss, an American writer, poet, and a cartoonist, mostly known for his children's books. This passage is from his books, Oh, the Places We Will Go, which is perfect for this transitional moment that we are living. Finally, it's over. Final exams are over. The research paper is done. No more timer for writing mistakes. No more debates, no more presentations. Mixed feelings surround us. Some of us have been successfully accepted at university. Congratulations. Some others are still in the middle of this battle, where nothing is guaranteed. I completely understand what you are feeling right now. If I can say something, I would call to Dr. Seuss again. You are the guy who will decide where to go. Don't give up. and don't use excuses for not doing, because we have in our hands the chance to trace our own future. I remember when I was a kid in Brazil, watching from my window as girls passed by wearing school uniforms. I would then turn to my mom and say, "Mom, I want to go to school too." I also very clearly remember myself drawing letters in the air because I wanted so much to learn. All those fantasy letters and beautifully sparkling uniforms contrasted severely with the poverty that surrounded me. But I did not let it intimidate me. On the contrary, my impoverished conditions only encouraged me to move forward. In those times, I had no idea where the future would take me. Now that I am adult, I realize that I get bored very easily, and I need to be continuously learning something new. I think the same happens to some of you too. The other day I was reading a book called Still Like an Artist by Austin Kleon, a writer and an artist who lives in Austin, Texas. In his book he says, "Your brain gets too comfortable. You in your everyday surroundings. You need to make it comfortable." One of the reasons I came into the LCC, I must confess, that I didn't score high enough on the TOEFL. I already accepted at the University of Houston. I told to my advisor that I needed to improve my English. She sent me to the LCC. Like most of you, I struggled with the language. I thought it would be a piece of cake. I was wrong. I had to dedicate time for study, a lot of time. For listening homework, for instance, I spent hours trying to write down each word. For reading, I'm with my highlighters all the time and take notes for everything I do not understand. One thing that has improved my reading was discussing the text in the classroom and reading what I like. For writing and grammar, there is no another way. Just try. Try one more time. Try to imitate some authors. Try again.
Try again.
Try again. Keep a grammar book for consulting when you are writing. We will notice that your writing is getting better with time. My speed is proving, at least, I think so. Having social interaction works a lot. Listening to others' conversation with discretion, of course. Debates and presentations pushed me not just to articulate the words, but also to prepare, which requires reading and critical thinking. Being alive keeps a lot to improve all the skills. Do you understand what I mean, being alive? Pay attention what surrounds you. Simple things, signals. The way people behavior, the way they speak. Try to reach his, her way of thinking. Guys, you have it all. This is a place where the possibilities are endless and where magical things can happen. You can be a star if you want, but you should be realistic too. As properly said by Thomas Edison, success is 10% inspiration and 90% perspiration, sweat. Don't forget to make good friends along the way and ignore your enemies. Be humble, because you are not the kind of person you think you are. Share your ideas or work you have done. Maybe we'll find someone who thinks like you. Perhaps you may change your mind, or you can learn something new. Be kind with everyone, even if the person doesn't deserve it. The world is a small place. Here's another point to consider. Not all of us can do great things, but we all can do small things with great love. These words are from Mother Teresa. Whatever you do, do it with passion and love. Be brave. Sometimes we have to defend our ideas, but most of the times we should be listeners. Believe in yourself, otherwise nobody else will. Accept your weakness. It makes you stronger. Take advantage of the place you are. Don't waste your time. It's so precious. Guys, take advantage of all the resources available to you here at MCC. Get to know your teachers better. I'm sure there is lots more to learn from them. Finally, it's time to say thank you to everyone who helped me reach this day. If my father were alive, he would be proud of me. Thanks, Dad. I feel your presence all the time. I'm sorry. Thanks to my mom for being so brave. She is in Brazil right now. And a special thanks to my teachers, Holly, Hope, Mr. Tom, Mr. Greg. All of you were like a bridge that helped me to cross to this other side. We've all learned so much, and I'm sure there is a lot more to be learned. Thanks to you, my classmates. It was a pleasure to share our mornings, lazy mornings, but also vibrant mornings. I wish you success. I will leave you with one final quotation from Dr. Seuss. Today is our day. Our mountain is waiting. So let's get on our way.
Woo!